I think Barbara wins the game today. I really do. Yeah, well, you get that, don't you? It is Tuesday, 28th of May, and today, very, very special guest. So let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, so very, very happy to have you join us. And believe me, just absolutely fascinated because today, a young lady we've known, well, she was 13 when we first met her, now turning 19. Been a few years, it really has. It's been a great relationship. So, let me welcome everybody on board, literally. Now, for the first time viewers, why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like Ameri Shaye coming out of the Lone Star State. Yeah, it's going to be great to catch up with Ameri again. Really, really is. Sub, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it the noise here at Galaxy simply because I don't have my device here, unfortunately. Simply because, well, we hear you. We get all your messages, literally. Thank you. And, yeah, unfortunately, I'm using Barbara's device. My one is in another room in my office. I forgot to grab it this morning, so, oh dear. And, of course, first-time user of Barbara's device, so not doing too well. Anyway, subscribe. Become part of the family, and if you don't know how to do that, get a hold of Barbara. She'll take you through it. It's pretty painless. It really, really is. Something? Why not do that? Believe me, get epileptic with the thumb thing. Like us. Like us a lot. And, yeah, please. And it's always nice to have a minion that'll bring you a coffee as well. It really, really is. You know, really like to have those. Levi Colby is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Levi. It really, really is. And Sven Berg is joining us. Michael Zdanowitz. Hello, Mike. How are you, brother man? It is nice to have you on board, of course, coming from Galaxy Class Entertainment out of Orlando, Florida. And, well, you know something?
Michael,
if you ever need promotions for your band, anything like that, artistry, well, get in touch with Michael. He'll take you through it. He really, really will. In the meantime, I'm trying to get organised here, which is easier said than done. Really it is. So, let's get into it and kick the show off. Here's Ameri Shaye and One More Night here at Galaxy. Alrighty. So, my device. Gosh.
You're disorganised today.
I am so disorganised today. I really, really am. I don't mean to be. It's just the way I am today.
Everybody.
It just seems like there's never enough hours in the day. And the first photo I see is Michael Zdanowitz. Michael, you need a haircut.
Oh, hi, Move Penny.
Did you tag me?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No. Can't find it.
Should be up the top.
No.
Hang on there.
Oh dear. Don't you love technology? I
was struggling to get on, so.
Oh, believe me, that's a daily occurrence for me, sweetheart. It really is.
Yes.
I'm a firm believer that if I need anything technologically done, find an 8-year-old. Honestly, some of our techos get taught a bit by an 8-year-old. How are we going here?
Yeah, I sent it.
Did you send it? You did send it. Look at that. See, just now.
Yeah.
Wow. End of life.
Finally.
Finally. Oh, look. The boss is watching. Oh, no. The boss is watching. Got to be careful. George Propus. Oh, good old George Prophet. Nice to have him with us. It's been a while, really has. How you been keeping? Yes, I'm talking to you. How you been? Yeah, how you been
I thought you were talking to the...
keeping? No, I've been talking to you. How you going, mate?
I've been good. Just writing more songs, getting ready to go and record some. Just a lot of fun stuff.
I'm excited. I hope you're going to send us all your new stuff as well.
Yes, sir, I will.
Sweetie, I told you 6 years ago my name is Grant, not Sir. Okay, we're friends, come
I
on.
know, it's still a habit 6 years later, so...
Let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, very, very special guest. We've known this young lady 6 years, and believe me, 13 years of age when we first met, and now turning 19. Welcome back, Ameri.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to see you. How you been going? And yes, I am talking to you.
I've been doing good. How about y'all?
Oh, y'all's good. We've been doing very, very well. In fact, I'm going to fill you in on a little something that we have been doing as of last year. And believe me, it's groundbreaking this year. Okay, believe me. And we're going to be, well, let's put it this way. Releasing your music to a country that has never heard you before, and it's got a lot of people in it. So you're going to get a whole new kind of fan base very, very shortly. You really, really are. So I'll tell you more about that after we do this, because this is more important right now. And we opened up the show one more night. With who? Well, tell me about the lyrics of One More Night, please.
One More Night is a song that I wrote that deals with like the struggles of drug abuse and a unreciprocated love sort of relationship. I've not personally been through that, but I have a family member who has, and I sort of took that person into mind whenever I was writing it. And I just think that it's a big deal to bring up that topic because it needs more attention on how that can sort of take over someone's life.
Absolutely, and believe me, any sort of awareness for drugs alone, you need to be able to be educated, folks, you really do. Drugs are not good for you. They're really, really not good for you. And if there's any way of getting out there and getting that message across, Ameri, you're a hero right now. You really are. Sonny Morgan is watching. Nice to have Sonny with us. Dale Hammond, yeah, one of the very, very legendary Hammond brothers is watching right now as well. Jill Fye, hello, sweetheart. How's Kevin? Hope everybody's good over that way in the Okanugans. And Dale says, hello, DJ and Barbara. We love you guys. Well, we love you guys right on back. We really do. Now, Ameri, you are currently safe. You're not in the hurricane fan belt, are you?
No, I'm not. That's a little further south than we are. But we have been having some pretty bad tornadoes and storms come through this way. But thankfully we were out of town whenever that happened. We were actually down south where the hurricanes are supposed to be.
Okay, so you go where they're supposed to be and they just bugger off somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
You should be working for the Met Service. They'd have you everywhere. It wouldn't have a season of hurricanes if we put Ameri down there. Too scared of them. She'll sing them out of the way. Phyllis Saltergan is joining us as well. Nice to meet you, Phyllis. It really, really is. Ameri Shaye's Seymour. Oh, okay. Run out of message. It really has. But I tell you what, Ameri, I really want to know who am I. Now, tell me about this track, because believe me, I was listening to this, well, you know, when this lot came in, it was the first one I heard of yours, and I thought, now, this is fascinating. So tell me about this track.
Well, Who Am I is about just a deep sense of intrusive thoughts that you can't stop, but it brings up like how you're supposed to go on whenever you don't know who you're turning into. You don't recognize yourself after some of the traumatic events that have happened in your life. And that song is very personal to me because I have had like just a lot of personal things that have happened that have made me have those thoughts. And I just feel like if someone hears it and relates, then I've done my job, you know. I make music to hopefully relate to someone or put a smile on someone's face, or one or the other. It can either put a frown on your face, but you relate to it, or you can smile and be happy about it.
Well, I tell you what, Ameri, believe me, I don't recognise myself from time to time. It's usually a traumatic event. Usually, first thing in the morning when I'm looking in the mirror, that's the time I don't recognise myself the most, to be honest. Really don't. But in the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy, and today we're joined, coming out of the Lone Star State, Ameri Shaye. How you feeling, sweetie? You okay?
Yes, sir.
Don't, sir.
Again.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. You're priceless.
I've been breaking out of it some too, but whenever I'm on interviews, I go right back into that habit.
I get it, I really do. It's a good habit to have, just that I thought we were friends. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I did it again.
Yeah, you did.
We are.
Yeah, you did. Gosh. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. I think we're going to have to charge you a sausage every time you do it.
Oh my gosh.
Really, really do. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Have they got any new donkeys?
Have I got any new...
No, they have.
Has Ameri got any new donkeys?
Yeah, they.
Really? You do donkeys? You're a donkey person?
We had some donkeys, but we unfortunately had to give them away to someone else that could take care of them and have the time to do so, because with all the shows and everything and medical stuff, it just wasn't possible anymore for us.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. What's the difference between a donkey and an ass? One's an animal and one's asking the question, right?
You always have a joke that makes me crack up.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm pleased. I really am. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the team. It's nice to have everybody joining us today. Ameri and I, we've known each other for 6 years now, and I've always known this young lady is going to make it across the board. We've watched her grow and grow and grow. I couldn't be prouder. I really couldn't. I'm like an expectant father sometimes. I really am, because Ameri is just doing fine. She's really going to make it in the music industry. Keep an eye out for her. Really will. Oh dear, it's hot in here. Yes. You guys are coming into summer, right?
Yes, we are. We're it's very hot outside right now over here.
Okay. It's 56 Fahrenheit here at the moment outside. It's not that hot. But inside here, add another 20 degrees and you're right.
Oh, it's not that hot.
Oh, it feels like it really does. Pretending is coming up next, and I'm going to ask you about what you've got coming on for summer, okay?
Okay.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're joined by Ameri Shaye, and I'm so proud of this young lady. She's doing so well these days. She really, really is. 96 in Florida right now, says Michael Zdanowitz. So, yeah, not bad. It's 56 here, so you've got a few on us. But you're going into summer, aren't you? We're coming into winter, so unexpectedly. Last year, I've got to be honest with you, we went through winter and summer, and it sort of felt like, and you know, out of winter we had 90 days of rain. Now, honestly, there's two things you can start feeling right now. One of them is you need to start growing web feet. To be honest, I mean, 90 days of rain. But in the Bible it says, you know, it rained for 40 days, 40 nights, and some dude built a boat, right? Yeah, well, we're in Bay of Plenty, New Zealand, you know, 90 days of rain and no bloody boat. Really? No, didn't get one. Phyllis says it's 89 and South Texas, I think it is, SE Texas.
Yeah,
Southeast Texas, something like that, yep. Okay, so we're wrapping on with the weather and the temperatures, but you're coming into summer, so what have you got planned for shows? Have you got a few festivals, you got a few shows on?
We're always updating our shows on my website and on my social medias. As of right now, we don't have any lined up because I just got done with my last one booked. But I hope to have a lot more come in really soon. But as far as music goes, I will be going into the studio and recording some songs to be released very soon.
That's fantastic. That excites me. It really does. But tell you what, let's update everybody on your website. How do we get there and how do we find out about your shows?
Okay, my website is www.ameriishayemusic1.wixsite.com. And there's a section on there that says upcoming shows, and you can click that to stay updated on it. And my social medias are Ameri Shaye Music on all of them, and we always post about them whenever we get them lined up.
Now, I got a young lady called Talia coming out of Washington State. She's asking, hey Marie, as a young entertainer myself, how do I get to the status that you're at? How do I get successful?
Just keep pushing yourself to grow more and more each year, and don't be afraid to reach out to people that you feel will help you in the long run. Like, whenever I was 13, I reached out to galaxy107fm without having any other radio interview, and they helped me a lot. So
You know, that means a lot to me. It really, really does. And I'm very, very proud that you really did that, because really, we could see today what you were going to be. You know what I mean? Back then, we knew that if you kept going, you're going to be an absolute force in the music industry. And I think you're on that precipice. You're ready to be there right now. I really do. And I'm not pretending. But I think that's a good segue into tell me about pretending.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so pretending, it is about domestic violence. I wrote that about some events that sort of correlate to me, but not exactly. I myself and my mom have been through a mentally and emotionally abusive situation, and we thankfully got out of that whenever we did. But I wanted to write the song to bring awareness to physical abuse and all of that, to sort of put out the warning, get out while you can, or this can happen. Because one of the lines in it says, my silence was stolen by sirens going off, and that to me was supposed to mean like ambulance sirens. So, or like sirens of red flags.
I get it. I really, really do. And you know something? Very deep, very meaningful. Here is Ameri Shaye, Pretending. How are we feeling, sweetheart? We good?
Yes, I almost said it. Yes, we are.
You're learning, you're getting there. You really are. It's really cool.
I'm trying.
Are you a thinker? Do you like to think out of the box?
John Michael is.
I would think I do.
Okay, well, maybe you might be able to answer this for me. What's faster, hot or cold?
Hot?
Yeah, you can always catch a cold, right?
I see John Michael is.
I see John Michael is watching. John, I am so sorry I missed your show last weekend over in Taupo.
Weekend before.
Weekend before. Tauranga. Yeah, I'm going to get it right sooner or later, John. I really am. I just missed your show and I didn't mean to. Vehicle problems, really. It really was. So, next one.
Thank
Okay,
you
brother?
for joining us.
Yeah.
This lovely young lady up here.
Yes. Very, very happy with
Paul
this young lady.
Sparks, hi.
Paul Sparks. Sounds familiar. That's another familiar name. Sean Simpson is joining us as well, and we absolutely love Sean Simpson. We really, really do. Ameri, dear future eulogy, I'm going to get it right.
Eulogy.
Been one of those days today. Is up next. Okay.
Hi, Gina.
I'm going to get it right. Eulogy. Gosh.
Gina Jones. Yeah. If you got any
what?
music, send it, sweetheart.
Gina Jones.
Yeah. Send it to me.
Barbara's making funny faces on the TV now. You'll get a copy of everything we do as per normal. Have you ever been a cartoon before?
Yeah, she would have been a cartoon.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Hungry Parish.
I think so.
Okay, well, guess what? It's going to happen again. Yeah, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined today by Ameri Shaye, a very, very big fan of Ameri's, I've got to be honest with you. And believe me, as an engineer, what, about 47 odd years, it's not often that I find an artist that I think is going to go somewhere. Now, 6 years ago, Barbara and I and the rest of the staff here, we discussed this and knew this young lady was going to be a superstar in the making. Well, guess what? She's getting there. She really is. Sean Simpson says, thank you so much. Well, Sean, we do love you. We do. Now, Ameri, eulogy. Really? You know what my eulogy says? Here he lies. Do you know what my eulogy says? Mine literally says, here he lies, thank God he's gone. That's about the best one I'm going to ever get from anybody, literally, is, here he lies, thank God he's gone. Yay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that would suit me, though, literally, it really, really would, because, you know, everybody would find that rather amusing, you know what I mean? And that's about me. I like to have a bit of a laugh, so, yep, that would be perfect. Michael Zdanowitz goes, wow. It's true, Mike, it really, really is. So, tell me about Dear Future Eulogy. Why?
So, this song came after, well, I wrote it before my medical issues, but after everything that happened, I take it in a new light now, and it really made me think about my own mortality and everything, and what I would want if something were to happen to me. And so with that, I just took it and ran with it with that mindset in mind. And I hope it brings awareness to mental health and the challenges that can play, and just hope that people know that it's okay to get help whenever you need it.
Absolutely, absolutely, it really, really is. Now, have you thought about how many forms of mental health there is? Let me run off a couple for you. You might be interested in this. There's anxiety, right? Depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, and one of the most important ones is getting caught. Believe me, you go through all sorts of hell when you get caught, don't you? It's a mental condition.
Gosh.
It's a mental condition. It's just like talking to me is a mental condition. But I'll tell you what, this is your most requested track. And now let me take you through the skinny of this. Every morning I go into production and I see your name in there ready to go for the breakfast show every day. Every day. It's because the noise talks and they ask for your music. They really do. 3,719 requests so far since we've been playing Dear Future Eulogy. So I tell you what, here is Ameri's most requested track right here at Galaxy. Quite rightly so, it is your most requested track. And look, I get to work about 9:30 at night. I go past reception and Sarah, lovely young lady, she leaves out 3 USBs for me, right? First one is stats on how we did for the day, performance-wise, and where we did it, you know what I mean? The next one is emails and business that I must address immediately and sign papers and stuff like that, you know, office stuff. Then the last one is just simply called noise. And that one is the audience that we have who request artist and track, okay? And how many, da-da-da. That's the one I take to production now. A couple of guys in production, I don't know whether I've told you the story, but their names, my nicknames for them is Gonzo and Toblerone. One has a Gonzo on his desk, right? So, okay, he's going to be called Gonzo. The other one simply likes chocolate. Okay, so I call him Toblerone. But they put the show together every morning. They make sure that by 6 o'clock that show is in there ready to go. And your name's in there every morning. Now, I don't know whether you realise this, but we have such a following, literally. Barbara gets 200 submissions a day from artists from around the world. You know what I mean? It's become quite a pretty big bloody business, to be honest with you. So to have that much repetitiveness on our breakfast show is amazing. So you pat yourself on the back. You're doing bloody well. No, I mean it. I mean it. Pat yourself in the back. Because seriously, my friend, you've got a cult-like following here at Galaxy. You really do. It's something I've been fascinatingly watching over the years. You know, and believe me, I could take you back a few tracks. I really could. And how people just have adopted your music and your style, and I absolutely congratulate you. Don't go anywhere because we're going to take a few pickies, bits and pieces like that, but we will wrap it up right now. And I am going to ask you if there's anything new in the can or what you got planning on coming out, stuff like that, okay? Then I want to tell you about what we're doing and how it can benefit you, okay, after this. Because believe me, I think you'll be fascinated. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're in the Lone Star State. Yeah, we're talking to a very, very good friend, Ameri Shaye, and want to give a big, big shout out to Mum, Amanda Garrett as well. I know she's in the background there. Love, love, love Amanda, we really do. And, you know, so very, very happy we got through that psycho period in our history called pandemic. Weird period that it couldn't, you know, describe that one ever again. We don't want to revisit that at all. But, Ameri, anything in the can? Have you got anything new coming out in the near future?
I have a few different songs that we're working on getting recorded. I'll be going into the studio anytime now. And then it's just a matter of time before we release them, which I'm really excited about. They're really different from anything that I've ever put out before. They're more of like a bluesy type of tracks. And so I just hope that my audience enjoys them and that
well, that's showing diversity. That's showing diversity now. It really, really is, and that's absolutely fascinating. Blues. Now you're talking. I kind of like a bit of blues. I like a bit of country. I like a bit of rock. I like throwing it into the blender and frappeing it and see what comes out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, they've got a little bit of rock and blues mixed in between them. And then there's one that's a little more subtle, but it's got a really special meaning behind it. it's actually for my best friend. So that one will be coming out, and I'm really excited about that for her.
You know, I'm going to ask you something. When you settle on a decent, knees-up, hardcore rock country track, how would you like to do one for me? Whenever you find something that is just absolutely heart-beating, going, foot-stomping on the floor, let's do it, think of me, and go ahead and record that. Because I think, literally, you know, the nice smoothie stuff is really nice, but I would really like to see you get a little bit more electrified. You know what I mean? And believe me, I think you can do it. What do you reckon? Find a really good Rocky song. And
I have one in mind already, so we're on the same page.
There you go. And believe me, that excites me, it really does. We're making music now. We're building it. In the meantime, Ameri, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure catching up. Will you come back again?
Yes, I will. Thank y'all for having me. I always love coming on here and talking with y'all. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, believe me, we absolutely love you. We really, really do. Can't wait for the next submission of music. Really can't. But don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a few things we're going to catch up with. In the meantime, folks, why not join me and Barbara tomorrow morning between 5:30 in the morning, and 10 for the breakfast show. Go on, tune in. You won't regret it. You really won't. But in the meantime, have a very happy and successful day. From me, it's Happy Radio, everyone.